Buried here in our bracken are bishops and saints. Also buried here is one of the police officers killed at the Battle of Ashburn in 1916. There is also a man called George McDermott who was killed during the Civil War at Corratown House. Also a number of World War I deaths as well. One of the most interesting people buried here is a man who lies in an unmarked grave, and that's Thomas Charlton. In Meath, there were a number of charities in place from the 1700s. On the wall of the cathedral in Trim is a clause from the will of Robert Briddock, recorded on a wooden plaque. This merchant, who had property in Dublin and Rorastown, left the interest of £500 sterling to provide clothes for the poor freemen of Trim, and also left money to provide for apprentices. In Navan, there was a shelf under the gallery to the right of the entrance door for Lord Ludlow's loaves. Lord Ludlow and the Ardsala estate provided 5 shillings worth of bread each week to the poor, and this practice continued right up until 1907. In Atboy, Mr. Cusick left a sum of money to train apprentices. The last grant given was in the 1920s to a young lady learning the new art of typewriting. Thomas Charlton lived at Corratown House between Dunderry and Navan, and he had a large estate of lands there and also in County Longford. He was unmarried and had 2 sisters, and the 2 sisters presumed that once Thomas died that they would inherit the estate and have some freedom for themselves. Late in life, Thomas decided to get married, and the sisters were very upset at this, so much so that the night before the wedding they did something to Thomas which would prevent him ever producing an heir. Ouch. Thomas, in his own way to get his own back on them, decided to give all his wealth after his death to poor labourers' sons and daughters who got married within Meath and Longford. This was the beginning of the Charlton Fund, which exists down to the present day. And each year people apply for a wedding grant from the Charlton Fund. Today it includes not only the counties Meath and Longford, but also any of the surrounding counties.